I'm a superstar in a super world. I'm a squishmallow. Welcome to Steady Journey. Hey guys, and welcome back to Steady Journey. It's Mary, and I'm back with another AMC 10 problem, and this is going to be on how to use like the polynomials and the roots of the polynomials to find a variable. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. This is AMC 10A problem 21 of the year 2010. The polynomial x cubed minus ax squared plus bx minus 2010 has three positive integer roots. What is the smallest possible value of a? So your answers are 78, 88, 98, 108, and 118. So here's the polynomial, and it has three positive integer roots. And then it is asking you what is the smallest possible value of a. First, we have to write some equations. But to write these equations, we have to know what is the relationship between the three positive integer roots. So let's see. We can put any cubic formula into this equation. Ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d equals 0. And since it already talks about the three positive integer roots, then we can let x1, x2, and x3 be the three roots of the function. So we can separate this out, and it can be x minus x1 times x minus x2 times x minus x3 is equal to 0. So when we distribute, we get this big equation. You're probably wondering how I got this huge equation without distributing the first two and then distributing it to the third, because I know that is a little difficult and a little lengthy to do. So here is the trick. You multiply the first x with these two x, you get x to the third power. And then to get the x squared, so when you do x times x, you get x squared. And then for the third, if you don't multiply by x and you multiply it by negative x3, then you would get this first part. And then same for the second. When you use the x and these two, and then you use the x1 and this one, then you would get the negative x1 x squared. And then so on for the third. This is how I got the constants and the coefficients of the equation. If we're looking at the a, b, c, and d, then we can just say that a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative x1 plus x2 plus x3, c is equal to x1 x2 plus x1 x3 plus x2 x3, and d is equal to negative x1 times x2 times x3. This is for any cubic formula that is put into standard form. In our case, the polynomial is x cubed minus ax squared plus bx minus 2010. So let's list a system of equations to solve out for this. Well, we know that according to the ABCD in any cubic formula, the a in this equation would be 1, and then the b would be the negative a, which is equal to negative x1 plus x2 plus x3. The d would equal negative 2010, which is negative x1 x2, x3. If we simplify this part, then this would equal a is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3, and then 2010 is equal to x1 times x2 times x3. Since we know that this polynomial has three positive integer roots, that means x1, x2, and x3 are each positive integer roots. So if we distribute 2010 into prime numbers, we get 2 times 3 times 5 times 67, and this is equal to 2010. Because we are trying to find the smallest possible value of a, we are trying to find the smallest possible value of the three roots added together. So to make x1, x2, and x3 the smallest, we can multiply the two smallest prime numbers of 2010, which is 2 times 3. So it would be 6, 5, and 67. This would equal 2010. And then x1, x2, and x3 would be relatively 6, 5, and 67. Not in the particular order, but just in general. So the minimum of a, or a min, is equal to 6 plus 5 plus 67. And then that is 78. So the smallest possible value of a would be 78. Now let's take a look at the answers. From the answer choices here, we can tell that the answer would be A, 78.